Good morning. Just had to show you this beautiful pile of dough and cranberries and grated orange to start my day. Cause look, I'm making a cranberry orange loaf. I grated that orange there. And do you want to know a funny little story? So I bought oranges last time I went to the grocery store. You know, put it all into the fruit basket. My kids just eat fruit like nobody's business. Like the fruit just disappears. And so I knew it was still going to be a few days until I made this loaf. And so I took the last orange. Actually, no, there were 2 oranges left. And I was like, I need to take one. So I opened up this side cupboard and I stuck it on that high shelf. So it has been up on that top shelf for a couple days now because I needed to claim my orange before the kids just ate it. The whole reason I bought oranges was to make this bread. And so now it's time to get my hand messy and get all of this incorporated. But oh, the smell of that fresh orange rind. Oh my goodness. I think this loaf is gonna be delish. I've had my little nephew here all week. I'm just realizing it might be nap time. Come here. Come here. This is Harry. Say hi. Aren't you so handsome? My sister and her husband are away for the week, so we get this little guy at our house this week. And the kids have just been loving it. They've been looking forward to this so much. They help me get him ready for his naps. They help get him dressed in the morning, help give him his food and everything. And so it's been a lot easier having an extra child here because of all the big kids, right? You like the big kids, don't you? All right, I'm gonna get him down for a quick nap. It's worked well because he naps about 9 to 10 every morning, and so I put him for a nap while we get started on school. I just got him down for a nap, and now I'm a little bit behind this morning, so I'm getting coffee started. I need to make myself a smoothie. This week has gone very well. I knew this week was coming for, I don't know, it's been at least a couple months. I knew this week was coming, and so coming into it, I just knew, okay, I have to make sure I don't overschedule myself. And I tend to do that. I tend to just think like, oh yeah, I can get this done and that done and that done. And so coming into this and just knowing I have a baby for a week, which I'm not used to, a toddler. I mean, he's more of a toddler, but I knew I needed to have just less on my plate so I could focus on, you know, another little one in the house this week. So I knew, okay, I'm not gonna work out this week at all. Now the main reason for that is just I know he's an early riser, and so I just know if I get up and try to work out and he wakes up early and I can't finish my workout, then I'm annoyed. And there's no reason for that. I just need to plan, okay, I'm just not working out this week, so I'm having a rest week. We also do have a kind of busy week because the kids' sports are all starting this week. Tonight's gonna be a little bit crazy because Charity has a private swim lesson, 4 to 4:30. Come home, have a quick supper, and then Elijah has baseball at 6:30. The 4 kids, so Elijah, Simeon, Wesley, well, so the three boys have baseball this summer. Zara has soccer. And so we were trying to figure out what do we do with Charity. And so we're doing private swim lessons for her through May and June. That's one thing she really enjoys is swimming. And we do swim classes as well, group swim classes, but the private swims is where I just really see, obviously it's one-on-one. And so she is really progressing through these private swim classes. So that's what's on the agenda for today. First of all, school and regular daily household tasks. But I'm gonna put the camera down, get my breakfast going. And you know, the kids, I did call them to start school, but if I'm not on top of it, sometimes they're diligent in doing work without me coaching them through every step. I think that's typical, but I'm busy over here and they're not getting started on their schoolwork quite as quickly as they should be. Okay, one is here. I put down the camera and the kids were all like, we're doing our schoolwork, because they do all have a school book in their laps or computer in front of them. But I'm just hearing a lot more talking. A lot more talking than work. Okay, you're getting started on language arts.
And spelling.
Language arts and spelling.
I just have this language arts.
Yeah, you need to get your actual language arts book out. Yeah, bring that to the table. What did you just say to me?
You should get new pants sometime.
I should get new pants soon. What's wrong with these ones?
They have holes.
Oh, does that mean I should get rid of them? Well, Wesley, guess what? If you can even believe it, I bought these pants with these holes.
Oh.
Is that weird? Yeah, it's just a style. It's just the way I like these pants. And you know what? Because it's warm out and you're wearing shorts, it's not quite warm enough for me to wear shorts. But when I get a little breeze coming through my knees, he's like, Mom, that's so weird. Yeah, you guys are mostly in dresses and shorts, and
To me, that's funny.
I know it looks funny to you. That's okay.
For this.
You don't need to like it. It's all good. I've been looking forward to opening this package from Herbally. I have actually opened the top, but then I just saw how pretty and nice it looks in here, and I didn't explore anymore. But this is a company that sells wellness tea, and just look how pretty the packaging is in here. Like, just going the extra mile to make each of these packages look so pretty. I'll get this opened up and then I'll show you what I got. Love that extra touch of greenery. This one looks good. It's a wellness tea. It can be served hot or cold. And then this one, also from their wellness collection. And if you look at the back here, here's what's in there. I know the school year is coming to an end, but it still surprises me when the kids tell me how close they are. Simeon, like, how many questions do you have? Or how many lessons do you have? 2 or 3 lessons left before you're done math?
I'll see.
I know that Zara has, I think, 2 math lessons left, and she's done for the year.
2 and a quiz.
2 plus a quiz, that's it. We will not have our final day of school until, I don't even remember the date right now. I think it's June the 16th or something like that. So we still have a little bit left to go, and we're gonna be doubling up on gather round lessons to finish up on time. So language arts, I think, will take us a little while. Elijah's science, hey bud, he'll be doubling up on science lessons to finish up in time. But some subjects, they're gonna be done so quick here. So for gather round, I think we have 2 lessons left in our transportation unit. We're just about done, and then I have to print up our last unit. It's the National Parks of North America unit. And I thought that one would be so good, especially because last fall we went on a trip all across Canada and the US. And so a lot of the parks that are in this book we visited. And so I think this will be a really good unit. What were you gonna say?
I said we went to Yellowstone and we went to Badlands, and they're probably going to Banff.
Yes. So Banff National Park is definitely one of them, and that is, I think, the oldest national park in Canada, right? And Yellowstone is the oldest in the US, I think. We went to both of those. They're both in the unit. Yeah. With our busy afternoon and evening ahead, I am going to make a soup for dinner. It's getting warmer out, but it's still comfortable soup weather. And I know that if I don't get dinner into the slow cooker, what's gonna happen is we'll have to have Kraft dinner, which, I mean, go ahead and make Kraft dinner. It's not the end of the world, but I'll do that for lunch occasionally. I really, really prefer not to do that for dinner. So I'm gonna make a nice hearty soup, and we're just at the very end of our potatoes, and as you can see, like, I can't even use the entire potatoes here. So I didn't have quite enough, so I got out 1 sweet potato, which also, you guys, why is my produce all going bad? We don't eat potatoes a lot, but I need to be, oh my, these are worse than I thought. Anyway, what I am making here is a potato. So all I have to do right now before lunch is just throw the potatoes, onions, and chicken broth into the slow cooker. So really I'm just cooking the potatoes. And then later on, after the potatoes are cooked, I add bacon bits and sour cream and milk and some other ingredients. But I'm gonna get that going now. I took this chicken broth, it's just homemade chicken stock, out of the freezer. It's still a bit frozen. I was gonna say it can heat up in, got sealed here, didn't it? It can heat up in the Instant Pot, but I don't know if this chunk, yeah, I was worried about that. That chunk is not gonna wanna make it through. Okay, I'll have to break that up. I decided I'm going to grate a carrot into here too. Time for a quick stretch and fold of my bread. It's all of a sudden louder in here because all the kids just came in. We're about to go into just our last subject before lunchtime. This recipe, I also put honey in it, and so I can really tell the difference in how it feels. Like it doesn't stick to the bowl the same as it would without honey. But look at all those nice cranberries and orange peel mixed in there. Yes, you may look at my book. We're having a discussion about electric cars and electric bikes. That's what we're learning about in transportation today. And there's always lots of controversy. That happens too. I was just gonna go check what the boys are doing. What are you doing? Wesley, are you playing nicely over here? Are ya? What are you doing? Why are you crawling? There's, pardon?
I said, he walks a lot.
He does walk a lot, yeah. This down here, I probably shouldn't show this when Harry's watching. Harry, I'm gonna step in front of you, don't watch. This board we put here yesterday because every time we have babies over, that red light, it just attracts and draws the kids in. And so Harry has pressed that button to turn all the power off to the computer. Yeah, probably 3 or 4 times, and then finally.
It's really annoying because like it's not just like it turns it off. It's really hard to like start it up all back.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time for everything to reload. Yes, and that computer is already slow, so that doesn't help.
Yes.
Anyway, so yesterday Simeon went and got that board, and I was a little skeptical, but so far so good.
You're a little bit annoyed. Skeptical. It's questionable.
No, skeptical doesn't mean annoyed. Skeptical. Elijah, what do you think? What can you tell Simeon is the definition of skeptical?
Not positive.
Simeon, it means, okay, boys.
I'm trying to believe it.
You're being a great example, Sim. Skeptical means like doubtful. Like if you're doubtful that something would work, you can say, I'm skeptical that that will work. All right, boys, let's take examples. Wes, stop. All right, let's go away from the computer.
There we go.
Let's find something else to do. Okay, Wesley, go back and play with Harry. Go play with some cars or try to distract him until lunch. Okay, let's go. Back to the table. Back to the table. Okay, once you're done your work pages, Simeon, let me see how you're doing here. I'm going to try one of these today. Now, I'll be honest, I don't usually have any sweetener in my tea, and so this is sweetened with stevia, not sugar, so like a great sweetener alternative. But I don't usually have sweet tea, so we'll see. We'll see how this one, oh, I forgot to turn my kettle on. I am really happy with this tea. It tastes so good, and the sweetness in it is so subtle. You hardly notice if there's any sweetener, and yeah, it's really good. I will link Herbally down in the description box if you want to try them out. I am putting together this roux now. So first I've got some butter here, and then I will whisk in flour, sour cream, and this is half and half cream. The veggies are all cooked here. I totally could have cooked this at low. Sorry, find a comfortable way to hold this. I should have cooked this, or I could have cooked it at low instead of high because it didn't take long for those potatoes to cook. But I'm just gonna add this thick mixture I just made. And the recipe says you can either add now or just when you're serving. I'm gonna make it really easy, and I'm just going to add right now while it's cooking some real bacon bits, some grated cheese, not measuring any of these, just kind of throwing them in. And then I just took out of our garden some chives, these humongous chives. Whoa. Is this too many chives? Possibly. We're home from swimming, and so now it's time for the quick dinner prep. I am just slicing up a loaf of sourdough bread. We'll toast that, and then that should fill us up, toast and soup before we go. Everyone needs to grab water bottles before we go and fill those. Uh-oh, there's a little baby pushing my tripod. What's happening? Why is that there, hey? The soup, I think, turned out very well. I probably should have followed the recipe a little bit closer for measurements for the water. I'll show you that soup in a second. It looks and smells delicious, but I think it's not quite as thick as it was supposed to be. I think because at the beginning, the amount of water or chicken broth it said to add, I added a little bit more because it just didn't seem like it's enough. But now the soup's just a little bit thinner. I think it's supposed to be more of a creamy soup. But that's what happens when I so often eyeball recipes and don't actually measure. Okay, how many bowls do we need here? That's not enough. It's gonna be really tasty, but you can see what I mean. It's probably a little bit thinner than it's supposed to be, but whatever, it'll taste good. That's what matters most, right? Thank you guys for watching today's video. These guys are sitting here looking at old pictures and videos. One of our favorite things to do is look at old memories on the computer. And what? I'm gonna have to call the boys in here. I like to have things cleaned up before we go out for the evening because that's just kind of, we get home, get ready for bed, go to bed. And it's nice to have the house just kind of somewhat picked up before we head out. But thank you for watching today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.